Warhammer Preview. I'm Adam Troke. I'm joined by my friend and colleague Eddie Eccles, and we are delighted to welcome you all here.
There we go. Some very cool Warhammer reveals for you on the way in this preview. We have some Warhammer 40,000, some Warhammer Age of Sigmar, a little bit of Horus Heresy, some new animation to have a look at, and some Blood Bowl. So it is a packed preview with a little bit of something from every corner of Warhammer.
Fantastic. Yes. We're joined by loads of you already in the chat on both YouTube and on Twitch. Thank you for coming and spending some time with us. We're going to wait a while before we jump into the first preview so that people can continue to flood in. And it's always nice to do a little bit of, welcoming and greeting everybody. It's nice to know where you're all from.
Is it worth changing the category?
I don't know. We'll be following along. We got some people monitoring the questions and making sure.
Let's see what we got. Come on, new edition. Predictions are closed.
Maybe we can talk about what we've been doing hobby-wise.
You've been doing some hobby, Adam?
I have been doing some hobby. Here is my latest offerings. I've been doing Angels of Death Kill Team for Kill Team. And
why the green though?
Because they come in blue plastic. And I've been adding bits from my pretty extensive Dark Angels bits box.
They look lovely.
Oh, he's doing Dark Angels, that's right.
Now they're a bit more advanced. Okay. They're all undercoated. And a couple of them are base coated.
Oh, show off.
Well, yeah, I've not played as much Kill Team as I'd like, and this is my endeavour.
Anyway, JC
Warhammer,
how's it going, mate?
Have a game when you've got them already.
Yeah, I imagine you'll be
having a great Friday, I hope, today.
That's the main thing, right? What about you, Eddie?
Well, I've been painting an even better chapter, the Space Wolves.
I'd give you that.
Well, and I've just been painting dreadnoughts mostly.
Look at that.
Big dreadnoughts, little dreadnoughts, all the dreadnoughts I could find.
Are these for anything?
They are for a team event for Warhammer 40,000, and my contribution to the team is just
man of culture.
And why?
Does that mean? Look,
they are brand red
Diggle.
Wolves. Yeah, so I picked the angriest.
One of the presenters is painting Space Wolves.
Oh, perfect.
Lehman Russ confirmed.
So, it'd be nice to just get a sense of where you're all tuning in from. We've got people tuning in from Spain.
All good, been nice, chill start to the weekend. Nice.
And even here in Nottingham. And a couple, it seems.
Yeah, see, they're doing. It's not in America that they're doing this. It's in Nottingham. They're doing it here.
That's good. Really lovely to have you all here. If you are tuning in from far-flung places and you want to join in the conversation online, we've got our international social media teams. You'll see them here for Facebook and Instagram. Why not drop onto those handles and join in the conversation in your own language, if you like?
Yeah.
Perfect. One of the things that we'll be doing, I mentioned previously, is we'll be keeping an eye on Twitch stream. If you want to ask a question, type the word question in block caps and then write your question afterwards, and we'll try and filter through and cover some questions.
Don't do that on my stream, by the way.
Sure that
will not work.
We'll try and tell you all the important stuff, but there might be some things that you really want to know. And if anything like that, pop another question.
Yeah, I would suggest keeping it about the releases.
Oh, yeah, not just generally. Not just like, how big is a blue whale?
People are actually throwing bits to this. What the
fuck?
fuck?
There's only so much time in the world, right? We reckon we'll be here probably for the next
That's crazy. Why would you throw bits on a Warhammer stream?
How fast we talk. And how much we show. And there is a lot. We've already told people what we're going to show. We've already done the introductions. People know how to ask questions. I think it might be time to go to our first reveal.
Yay! First reveal. Come on, let's go. I hate that those two guys are wearing the exact same shirt that I'm wearing. There we go. Yep, that's the new campaign, right? This is the new campaign stuff. It looks like it's Eldari. Oh, cool. Okay. The Heron Blackheart with all his mates and Eldari.
With incredible releases, all themed.
By the looks of it, I wonder if these reveals cause an argument between me and my bank account. Probably.
Two armies are getting a lot of new plastic miniatures. Chaos Space Marines and the forces of the.
They got the Chaos. This is the new Chaos box.
This is
of Huron Blackheart
and the Masters of the Maelstrom. We knew, of course, that Huron Blackheart
Masters of the Universe.
There might have been some other Corsair-looking things along.
I'm guessing that's a FOMO box, right?
Now reveal that he is on his way as part of a character box set, not unlike the Titus box set we saw released over recent weeks. And it is a phenomenal set of miniatures, starring, of course, Huron Blackheart. We've seen this guy before a little bit, but just a reminder for those of you who might not have seen him already.
It's always nice.
I'm not really a big fan of this model, to be fair.
There he is with his,
I don't like the little dog, first of all. I don't know why it's there. And his face looks a little bit derpy.
Phantoms chapter. Yeah, he doesn't.
And it
come along,
doesn't
as you
show,
mentioned. There is
the
a
model
display
doesn't
of,
show, because in lore he's supposed to have lost half of his body,
First
and
up,
the model
the,
doesn't actually
Gerion
convey that
Master,
very
the
well,
Lord Apostle
so
of the Red Corsairs.
he looks really
He was
crazy.
the
He's got the
apostle
crazy
in
eyes.
The Astral
you know?
Clause, the chapter that was, and he was part of Huron's machinations to
It used to be a monkey.
play about with their gene seed and evade the gene seed.
Was it? No. Euron Blackheart was a monkey? No.
The Fourth Quadrant Rebellion in the first place.
Hello, Rex. How you doing?
Yeah, well, exactly so.
So some fun stuff about how he plays in games. Obviously, he is kind of not really got the best interest at heart of the Red Corsairs that he battles.
Garion the Corpse Maker. Oh, you can't see his name because my face, my ugly mug is in the way. Let me just put myself down here.
He has a special rule basically where if
Now
a
you can
Red
see it.
Corsair unit
That's going to really be annoying because I think they jump around a lot with their stuff. So yeah.
He can also bring models back into the unit.
The models lick to have loads of details would make an interesting box set to paint. Yeah, yeah.
Are a little bit more durable.
I like this this guy. He's crazy eyes. You know.
Definitely the one they deserve. Next up in line is Qatar Garrix, who is the headsman of the Red Corsairs. This is Huron
The
Blackheart's
headsman. Yes,
personal
he's got a lot of head. He's got a head collection.
chapter, one of those chapters swept up in the fourth.
You could say that he's got a head
and part of the
collection,
Battle of
right?
War. He signed on permanently with Huron Blackheart after the events of that, and now serves as kind of like a.
You can't see the head on this one there. Look at that.
Out of line, his presence on the bridge of a vessel will quell even the smallest rumor of like insurrection.
Yeah, I think if you turn up with the heads of the previous 7 people who had insurrections, that certainly sends a message, doesn't it? In game terms,
okay.
No massive surprises that he is very good at killing enemy characters. He has precision and anti-character.
Qatar Garrix.
Nice. And he just looks incredible, really grim and foreboding character.
I don't really. Actually, you know what?
To anybody who wants
This
to
kind of looks like.
next up in this retinue, and if you had Mantis Warriors in 2026 on your bingo card, congratulations. This is Garlon
Soul Eater.
Mantis Warriors librarian. He has signed up with the Red Corsairs, and he is known as the Tyrant's Witch, a formidable psyker, now a Chaos Sorcerer.
Yes.
He uses his powers to sort of corrupt the minds of those around him. There's stories of him sort of turning the crews of like guns.
Okay, that's the guy in the D&D evil dragon stuff. Yeah, yes.
He's kind of like Huron's spy
He's got
master and
the
manipulates,
D&D evil dragon
all of
stuff.
these
Yeah,
sort of schemes
yeah, he's
around,
nice.
There's a lot of schemes if you're a pirate to keep track of.
Well, I imagine so.
Front
right?
of the bad movie.
He's also
Yeah.
And
Did I miss anything? You missed. This is the Euron Blackheart box. So they're showing all the models in the Euron Blackheart box and the Masters of the Universe or whatever it was called, something like that. But yeah, you haven't missed anything much. This is just the new models. This one looks cool.
Great Space Marine Chaos.
As you said, this looks like he's got the evil dragon staff from D&D. Yeah.
And is the captain of the Reign of Spite.
Front of the bad movie. Yeah. The old movie, right?
Imperial Navy commander from
Captain Sargota.
Segmentum fleets.
He's a human, probably. Yes, he is.
The noble
He's on a hovering pad thing.
She was politically outmaneuvered once she was injured, and while she was convalescing, sort of
Got a bunch of screens in the back there.
in revenge, she essentially orchestrated the handover of an entire naval dockyard and its ships and crews to a pirate fleet. I wonder whose.
Very piratey.
Wait, was it the old movie was the D&D movie was what's his name? Jeremy Irons, wasn't it?
A lot of his operations. She also joins the battlefield sometimes, which is why
I think it was Jeremy Irons,
I
right?
think this is my favourite model from this box set.
It's really good.
It's really, really fun. It's like a nice characterful diorama piece. The thing that she's floating around.
I think
on
I
actually
watched
is
that in the movies when it came out.
Of enemy ships. So it's effectively like a mobile command base, so she can plug it into.
I think I went to the
command
theatre
base
to
of
watch
ships
that when it came out.
take it over. She's all in pirate.
You can imagine.
Oh, man.
Dendrites underneath
It was such a bad movie, but, yeah.
Ship, and then suddenly all of those
The new one was good.
come alive with all the
I did like the new one.
essentially steal an entire battleship.
I like the little bird skulls on the shoulder as well. I like to imagine one of those was a parrot.
There you go. Yep. Very piratical.
A very
fantastic
big
model,
parrot,
and
but
really
sure.
exciting addition.
Why
The
not?
next one, maybe even stranger, and a lot of people have been trying to guess what this
Oh,
means.
they showed some of the Corsairs. Yeah, they haven't showed the Corsairs yet, but they did tease them, so they are coming out. They are going to be in a box.
Essentially, the
The
warrior
enforcer.
that Huron sends out to hunt down those who would dissent against him.
This looks like an interesting model, actually.
Saying his leadership, or,
interesting alien race sort of thing
and so
that you don't see all
relentlessly. She'll go as
a
far
lot.
as it takes to do so, and she takes with her plunder, which is the canine-ish, canid-looking creature. That is, if you were wondering, an adolescent Barghisi.
The dog looks nice as well. Let me just move myself again so you can see the dog. There you go.
Which has appeared a couple of times in our lore. This is what they look like before they are big enough to be called hyperviolent. When she first met it, it bit her arm off, which is why
they are mercs that tend to be hired by Chaos. Yeah, it's kind of cool. But I mean, I don't think there has been a model like this before, has there? Maybe in the olden days, but
really rapid.
I've never seen one like this before.
Too big to manage, and rumors of Barghisi like devastating.
The armor that he's wearing is almost like towel-like, you know?
To the Warhammer 40,000 equivalent of the woodshed.
Or the space farm.
Oh yeah, we're a happy ending for everybody in the grim darkness of the far future.
I think what this miniature does.
They are fought a lot in Gaunt's Ghosts. Oh, right, yeah.
Indicating that not only have you got like Renegade, Chaos Space Marines, and humans, you also have.
I need to read Gaunt's Ghosts, to be fair. I have not read that. It's one of my backlog books that I need to get to.
He is the master of.
Because I know it's a very good book, but yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. The
I need to get to it.
Disposal are vast, and if you want to resist the sort of oppressive regime, as they would call it, of the Imperium or other places, then the Maelstrom might be the place for you. And I'm sure he's a very kind-hearted.
But yeah, his armor looks like very towel-like.
Of Huron Blackheart, he does not come alone. The Masters of the Maelstrom are joined by this box set. Everything you see here comes in.
So we got another FOMA box, cool. Lords of the Maelstrom, bunch of Marines, Chaos Marines, which look kind of nice.
Take you through what you can see in here.
Yeah, so some of these miniatures, all miniatures will eventually be available separately. Yeah. Some of these are old miniatures with upgrade kits. Some of them are brand new miniatures. These are Raiders. They are a brand new miniature set. These are effectively the elite of the Red Corsairs. They sit somewhere between Legionaries and Chosen in terms of power and hierarchy. Yep. And they are the veterans of the Barab Wars and the various different conflicts within the Maelstrom. As far as in-game, they are a really useful little unit. They have Infiltrate. They have 3 wounds each. They have a really respectable combat
less corrupted, the Chaos Marines, yeah. What do we reckon the prices will be for these? This box set, I would say, would be like a launch box almost price, so probably £150. Something like that, I would say. The Huron Blackheart box, I don't know.
They've got lots of trappings on them from various battles.
Would be surprised.
It's really quite exciting to see these.
I don't know.
Pelts of wild animals or hair.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was like over £100, but I would like it to be £60, but I don't think it will be.
Chaos Terminator Squad. These are the Chaos Terminators that you already know and love.
This box, the big box set, that's going to probably be 150 at least, or maybe 54 like Huron. Yeah, maybe.
So essentially, you can just tailor them to look like Red Corsairs. Obviously.
Yeah, like Titus, yeah. Maybe it will be like Titus, yeah. Yeah, 54 sounds about right, actually.
Terminators that show up in some of the Red Corsair.
The Red Corsair box there, that's going to be over 150 for sure, right?
It's a good colour scheme.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you never know. They might. Yeah.
This is the same kit.
€70. Yeah.
From the other Chaos Space Marine Legions. And again, there's upgrades that tailor them towards looking like Red Corsairs.
There's a lot of stuff in this box, actually.
And then you've got some other details as well.
If you want, if you're doing a Chaos Army and you're new, this is really good.
There's like ammo belts, aren't there, and trophies and that sort of stuff. There we go. That is the whole upgrade kit. So you can see there, you've got the Terminator shoulder pads. You've got the shoulder pads that fit.
I reckon you could be right. Similar number of models, yeah.
Like Raptors or something, you could do those too.
Yeah.
You've got some really cool unhelmeted heads.
I think the heads are the most exciting.
The heads are cool. Yeah. It's all good, isn't it? And then there's some big transfers as well. So if you want to have like Rhinos and Land Raiders and Dread.
The heads look nice as well. They are unhelmeted heads, but it's Chaos, I guess. It is a bit of a sad upgrade, yeah.
Right, that was all pretty exciting, but it's not done. There's also the Trader Guardsmen.
Trader Guardsmen. It's the same Trader Guardsman that you see every time whenever they put Trader Guardsman somewhere. It's this box, basically.
We've got one more miniature, I think.
Yeah, and so bringing up the Rhea is actually my favourite model.
The Rave Captain.
The Captain really just.
I like his face.
On what it means to be a
smiling.
Space Marine.
I'm evil.
The one right in the centre is the one that really.
I'm so evil. Look at me. I am the most evil of evil
Yeah,
Space
so there's loads of
Marines.
options on the kit to start with. So this is a multi-part plastic kit. You've got a choice of 2 different combat weapons. They've got different stats in the game. You've got a sword and you've got a mace. You can have a plasma pistol if you want him to have, or you can have a bolt pistol. He is.
Oh, look, a Space Marine
very good
model.
addition to your army. He is a Reeve Captain. I suppose might indicate that he's either maybe a veteran of the Astral Claws, maybe one of the previous captains, or maybe someone who's risen through the ranks of the Red Corsairs since. So he is somewhere thereabouts
Indeed.
of Chaos Lord level in terms of his abilities. He is a little bit less fighty than a Chaos Lord, but he brings more to the table in terms of abilities that you can give to your unit. He has Infiltrate, which means that he's a great addition to some of those Red Corsair squads we talked about before. So he can be right up in the enemy's face early on in the game. He can also give you loads of abilities when you charge into combat. And you've got lots of stuff across the Chaos Space Marine Codex that allows.
I did like his unhelmeted version, though. The grin.
So you can get an extra
cheeky
point of strength,
grin.
an extra point of AP,
Banana
and
coat.
rolling
Hello,
charge
Chaos Panda.
on that unit, which might be infiltrating right up in your enemy's face, which is a pretty tasty little combo.
Nice.
I don't know about this big halo thing that he's got on his backpack. Like, I don't really.
If you want to go all in for Huron Blackheart, and,
It's a bit too big, right? I don't know.
You can, or you can add these into any other Chaos Space Marine army. So if you've got
That profile, that sort of silhouette is a little bit weird with the big halo thing. I don't know. Just maybe it's just me.
Not even halfway done with the stuff for this Maelstrom section. We've talked about Huron and the Red Corsairs. In that video that we saw at the beginning, we saw
That's only
another
half
force.
the pirates we have.
Exactly. So let's go and look at Prince Iriel and his Eldritch Raiders.
Ah, there we go. Here we go. This is the stuff.
Prince Iriel is a renowned Eldari hero.
This is going to be cool.
He's the saviour of Craftworld Ianden when it was under attack from the High
The
Fleet.
40k millennium, there is no Velcro. Yes.
But the thing he loves is to range across the galaxy, reaving, and at the head of this
These
army.
are really cool looking.
Box set, everything you see on here.
That's a
is
bug
within it, and
farce
we'll
here.
take you through and have a quick look at all of those things. First out,
I like these.
Corsair Sky Reavers.
The Sky
So
Reavers.
this is a really useful little unit for Corsairs. You can include these in a Corsair
They look
army or in
cool.
a entirely Craftworld army if you want to. And this is a really flexible, fast-moving unit.
This is a box that I might would like to get
because
I do like Corsairs, and I've got a Corsair kill team, so one of these things would be kind of nice to have, like different models for the Corsairs.
To make them anti-infantry, you've got things like shredders and flamers. If you want to make them anti-tank, you can put fusion guns and stuff like that in the unit. And they've got a lot of movement abilities. They come with scouts. Deep strike,
No, that's a Space Marine. That's not Corsair.
Movability as standard, which means it can be very hard to pin down. But they've got a phenomenal kind of objective game.
Yeah, they really play into that sort of hit and withdraw aspect of the Eldritch Raiders that makes them famous. They're also a lovely callback to some very classic Rogue Trader era artwork. If you're of a certain vintage like me, you'll recognise it, and it feels quite nice to see that sort of
classic Rogue Trader callbacks. Okay, sure.
In a similar vein, in terms of the
Are
flexibility.
you tempted to start building and painting an army away from your kill team stuff? I mean, I sometimes get stuff like this just because they're interesting, you know.
So it's the same kit returned.
I do have 2 armies. I do have a Space Marine army and a Tyranid army.
Corsair infantry. That's a really flexible kit. You can build them as either a kind of battle line version or as an elite version. They have loads of different weapon options. So they're one of the most flexible kits in Warhammer 40,000 in terms of the different range of stuff you can give them.
They're nice. I like them.
Very anti-character.
And there's a vehicle as well, right?
Or taking out tanks or whatever you need, really.
I've got this model. Actually, this is the model from the kill team.
With the other new Corsair stuff.
Some of them, some of these models are actually from the kill team. Actually, yeah.
In terms of how
I think that this leader is from the kill team. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's not.
A dream, this box.
Yeah, absolutely. To lead these all into battle, there are 2 heroes within the Eldritch Raider set. The first of which is Karseth,
Bugman.
Void Dreamer. What is a Void Dreamer?
Look at this helmet. It looks like a bug, right?
A type of Eldar Seer.
Like a fly
specializes in being able to
with the proboscis, you know.
in the fabric of reality.
Yeah.
one of the
Looks like a fly.
is to detect warp translations. Imagine that you come out of the warp with your fleet and you're straight into the gun sights of the Eldritch Raiders sat waiting for you. That's quite the boon for Iriel. And
Yeah, as you said, it's a bug Farseer. I think it's a fly Farseer.
Coordinates the efforts.
It looks like a fly, you know?
Making sure that they're all like working in synchronicity and firing together. You can imagine them sort of speaking into the minds of the warriors.
It looks so annoying. I don't know. I think I would build that with a head, with an unhelmeted head. To be fair,
and comes with a ranged,
I don't really like that specific helmet. I don't know.
The special
Do you like that helmet? Anyone like this helmet?
To stop enemy units deploying within 12, so they can see the future. You can never catch them off guard, sort of thing. That's great to put on your backfield objective.
I mean, I already have a Corsair Farseer. There was one in the kill team.
Exactly.
That's not a thing that would be good for you. The other ability that they have is if you manage to hit an enemy unit with their psychic attack, all the rest of the Corsairs that fire into that unit hit with an extra point of strength. So it's a really good synergistic unit to help.
Very Roman Plague Doctor. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. 3-armed. Yeah, it looks like a fly, basically. I don't know. Maybe, this is nice. I like this. I like that helmet. That helmet is cool.
Into the Maelstrom.
Sort of like Greek beard sort of helmet, you know?
On his eye, that bionic.
The helmet is definitely the bug vibes, yeah. This helmet looks cool there. For this leader. He doesn't. He's not. Look, they're showing him without the helmet there. I want to see the helmet. Come on. That was a cool helmet.
But it's still very recognisably the Prince Uriel that we know and love. In game terms, he makes a phenomenal either leader for a Corsair army, or you can put him into a standard Craftworld force, and he has a very useful ability to redeploy some of your.
He had that sort of Roman Legion sort of helmet earlier.
Leader, and a combat stat line that punches.
They're not showing him with the helmet there, of course.
He's got a really nice damage 3 weapon, which
nobody remembers the guy under the cool helmet. Yeah, I know.
In Warhammer 40,000 these days. So
he's ready to duel. Yeah, exactly. I do like this box, actually. Oh, man. Am I going to buy an Eldari Corsair box now?
And in the army shop that we saw was this is the
Ooh, and then I got Starfang, yes.
Eldari unit,
Speeder,
which is designed to go alongside the Corsair.
It is nice as well. I do like the designs for the speeders and the ships and stuff.
I absolutely
very sort of
is a really useful little utility unit.
Elf-like,
so
you know,
a fairly respectable amount of firepower. Its firepower is geared to killing heavy infantry level stuff. So AP3. Strength 6, 2 damage stuff. So it's a Space Marine killer in terms of its damage output. There's a disintegrator cannon you can see on the front of it there.
Yes, nice.
One of the other things that it does for your army, which is really useful, is it can make one of your.
And it's got like a back seat.
So its grenade launchers can basically like cover.
What's called?
One of your infantry units in.
Crewmate thing.
Kind of cover and give them effectively.
I know exactly how I'm going to paint this. Because I've got my Corsairs, I've painted them with like alien, sparkly sort of armor, blue armor, blue-green armor actually, sparkly. And that's how I was going to do these guys if I were going to get them.
This is a classic Eldari vehicle, which is.
Don't you mean ready to duel? Yes.
Yeah, this is a classic light attack vehicle. It's 2 crews.
Wait, is there 2 vehicles in this box?
Weapons available to it, right?
Yeah, so this is the updated Viper. It will be recognizable to anybody who's had a Viper in their army. It still retains.
If that's the case, that is cool.
But some of the weapon options are a little more flexible.
Since they've actually, GW have been really against vehicles lately, now they're adding 2 vehicles in this box.
You also have the option now to put an Eldar
launcher
on it. So that gives you the potential to make it quite a good anti-tank unit. You can put 2 of these in a unit, so you can imagine 2 Bright Lancers.
Now they got them on the table there.
Launcher shooting into something becomes quite formidable. Or you can get it out for pretty good anti-infantry with shuriken cannons and star cannons.
Yeah, they look cool.
Yeah, so here we got a really good look at it in person on the desk. It is a fantastic looking kit. It's got that classic silhouette that you
but is it just one vehicle and can be built in 2 different ways? Vehicle updates are rough if they don't have a base. Yeah, I don't like these clear bases, so if I were going to build this, I'm not going to build it with that clear base thing. I would probably use a
on a very
sort of a stone or something, or like something to, you know, something else.
A little bit around the edges. So the Christmas
An airplane for ants. It's the models. It's scale models, 3 arms.
It's really neatly and nicely into
It's nice. But I get what you mean. An airplane for ants, yeah.
And then seal the canopy in with these sort of like transparent plastic. And you've got options for the crew. This one with the Starfang.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the clear plastic thing. I would sort of disguise that with somehow else.
Really exciting.
To give it the flying sort of thing.
All of these exciting Corsairs, both the Red Corsairs and the Eldritch Raiders. Well, of course,
they're going to have a book.
Yeah. And here we go. This is succinctly named Warhammer 40,000, the Maelstrom, Lair of the Tyrant into the Nightmare Realm. If you are familiar with Titus, which just released, I think.
The 500 Worlds, and we got the Maelstrom. So, here we go. Bingo.
All of the events that we've talked about and the characters and things.
We can cross that off from the predictions, right?
Yeah, so there's quite a lot to go through here, just like the 500 Worlds.
So happy for some Corsairs. Yeah, it's nice.
Lair of the Tyrant.
I'm really happy that the Corsairs are getting love, because the Corsairs are so interesting. They're like elf pirates, which is so cool. I don't know. D&D adventure book. Yeah. The difference between the general hobbyist and pro maker. Let's hope they are detachable. Yeah, there should be. You mean the plastic clear things? Yeah, there should be.
Huron's bodyguard and his retinue that follows him round, and Prince Uriel.
That's how the GW always do their stuff.
Battle against the Red Corsairs for dominance.
This is very cool. I'm loving this. Primarily loving the Corsair stuff. The Chaos stuff is cool as well, but I'm not really a Chaos person.
I imagine the commander of my army is me, so that's very exciting. And obviously,
I think you'd make a great
cooler than me because he's a Dark Angels company master normally.
This book box set is going to be very expensive again. I think it's going to be £50, just like the 500 Worlds was, right? So it's going to be pricey. But I think if it's any of them that I would get, I would get this book instead of the 500 Worlds one. Has it just been 40k? Yeah, it's been 40k so far, yeah.
Rules that are for match play.
They said they're going to do Age of Sigmar and Old World as well. So
you can also find them in print in Lair of the Tyrant, and there's some new detachments for Chaos Space Marines, as you'd imagine, and for Eldari. So one of those detachments allows.
They're probably going to do Age of Sigmar next. £50, mere pennies for the top 1%. Pity they don't play. Yes. I do love the Corsairs. They're so cool.
This is not the only stuff we've got.
Sorry, I'm sort of like.
We also have some new.
I'm kind of a fanboy of the piratey theme. So this is why I like the freebooters as well for the orcs. Orc pirates,
the Drukhari, and this is a very heavily witch themed.
Oh, we got Drukhari as well. Cool.
Army, and you've got an eye on the gladiatorial pits of Comora. This is a great place to start.
It includes a succubus, 2 venoms, 3 reavers, 5 hellions, and 10 witches. So loads.
I just realised that it's Corsairs versus Red Corsairs. Yes.
Yep. If you're already deep into that collection. There's another one. This is the Leagues of Votan Battalion, and that includes the Memnir Strategist and 6 Ironkin Steeljacks for them to control and get the best out of.
Leagues of Votan stuff, cool.
Pioneers to sort of range ahead of the army and scout ahead. And again,
not really that
for exploring the Maelstrom and
excited for that, but sure, whatever. Leagues of Votan are cool. I have painted kill team of them, so
is relevant to a big chunk of Warhammer 40,000. Like there are loads of people within the Maelstrom all trying to carve out little mini empires. There's Orc freebooters and Drukhari and
the Orc freebooters are amazing as well, and the Corsairs just love that sort of idea of pirates, pirate aliens, you know. So right, everyone will get a battalion box. Yeah.
I will just quickly fire out
here. It seems like it. Second-hand market's looking cheap for Votan. Yeah, because there was a lot of
So Huron is in the character box in the same way that Titus is.
on the magazine as well.
There's 2 big boxes coming out initially for the Red Cross.
What's called the Combat Patrol magazine. They had recently a bunch of Votan coming out.
Everything in the big battalion box will be available separately, but I think for the moment Huron's staying with his retinue.
Yeah, absolutely. The next one is, can Huron's retinue join another unit? I think it's a unit in its own right and operates independently. That is a good question.
I don't think so. I don't think.
Perfect. And then a question, I think, regarding the Viper from Jocked 4020 is the turret interchangeable? I think if you built it carefully, you might be able to interchange the weapons, but I think once you've built
be right back. I'm going to go for a pee.
So I don't know for sure. You could certainly have a go. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep your questions coming in. We'll try and answer some as we go through. One last one from Afexipe. If I've said your name wrong, I apologise. And your question is, which factions can be played in the Maelstrom campaign? Absolutely loads of them. There's an enormous list which I won't go through, but it includes things like Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Space Wolves, Orcs, Freeboots would be great in there. Loads of things. The idea is that you can get involved and have good fun. So if you want to explore the Maelstrom and this terribly violent, chaotic environment, this would be a really good opportunity.
I'm quite sure that we will list the factions that you can use on Warhammer Community.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can decide for yourself. I think it's almost everything in Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah, I would be surprised if we've left somebody out, to be honest. Perfect. Thank you very much. We should press on. So,
there is a little bit more Warhammer 40,000 later on as well.
Yeah, that's fair to say. We are about to go to the Mortal Realms, but there's more Warhammer 40,000 later. But let's go to the Mortal Realms now.
My lord, yes. You can't just solve all of our problems by increasing the bone tithe. The hell I can't.
What did I miss? We got AOS now. Fulfill the okay.
Receive some much desired reinforcements.
Much needed.
Huge glut of models for the Ossiarch Bone Reapers. Eddie, let's talk about what we saw, I guess.
Yeah, so this is a fairly large drop of.
Oh, these look cool as well.
The Ossiarch Bone Reapers. A lot of these.
And I'm freaking covering one. Let me just. I'll do this. And
if we start with the Mortex Triaxes.
What happened?
We saw a Ossiarch with a bow quite a while back, actually, in a Warhammer Underworlds warband.
Canaan's Hunters, I think.
Absolutely, and I think way back then people were speculating. Of course, Nagash didn't make just one bow, right? That would be a really strange thing to have done.
They do look cool.
Make loads of bows, and he's given it to his.
I'm still here, by the way. I just hid my camera so you can see
in your Ossiarch
what is going on.
And that does some really fun stuff for you in terms of how you might approach building an army. You can now make a very shooty death army, which has never really.
And you can see the little guy.
You can imagine loads of these backed up by your Mortek crawlers and things. Yep. You can absolutely dominate the shooting phase. They've got some really tasty rules in game. They've got a very respectable damage output with 2 shots each and a point of rend in there. And one of the things to watch on them is those little braziers that follow the unit around.
Yeah, these are my favourite guys in the kit, really. I like the little familiars and stuff. And these are Balefire braziers you see in the bottom left of your screen right now. They're essentially tokens. What happens is if you fire the whole unit at one enemy, once you're done, you place one of these Balefire braziers on that unit. And that has a few effects. The most significant...
The Mortek Triaxes.
That unit, while it's got that token on...
Ossiarch Bone Reapers. And so those are the little guys that I was covering. So,
yeah. Cast Eternal player on repairing damage to my unit. And so it's quite damning. In addition to it, looking fantastic with those shrieking faces in the flames.
Yeah, the models are very cool as well. I like the kind of one eye look.
They are.
Well. So obviously Nagash
forges like a bonus eye in their forehead.
Yeah, well, but it's maybe not quite where you'd expect it to be. Maybe it's like right at the top of where you.
They got an eye, but it's on a location where an eye shouldn't be.
But anyway, they're quite
Basically.
good at shooting.
They do look cool, yes.
And you can do some very fun stuff with your.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if I would
next
paint
up
them
is
like
another
this, though.
infantry Unit for the army. These are the Mortis Reapers.
That would probably be more what I would paint them like. The ashen sort of ashen bone, you know,
So this is a
black,
very useful unit
grey
to take
sort of
on
ashen
enemy heroes and kind of
grey
like
thing.
Those little isolated, useful units like
Instead of the
wizards
sort
and,
of bone
priests and stuff
white
like that.
thing.
They've got two things that help them out with that. They've got
These look
anti-hero
amazing.
on all of their weapons. They also have the ability to effectively teleport through pieces of terrain. So you can move towards a terrain feature, you can pick the unit up and you can redeploy it on the other side of that terrain feature. So you can catch out enemies that are trying to...
If mandrakes were cool. Yes! Remember the mandrake kill team? So bad.
And fantastic.
Oh, man.
This is very different.
I really disliked that kit, the mandrake kill team. That's why I didn't buy it. So
They're used to kind of frowned upon within some of the Ossiarch circles, isn't it? Some of the,
it's not quite the way it should be done.
It doesn't seem like it's fair. Like they are all about rules, aren't they?
But their boss makes the calls. So
That's true. That's true.
these are actually really nice
to
looking.
lead, these,
Gene Stealer Colts are going to nick these guys. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Leader to accompany the troops. And he has some good abilities in the game.
Yeah, so I mean, first and foremost, he is useful to have an infantry hero. You can use him to wander around with your infantry phalanxes. He has a particularly cool little ability, which is that if he is in combat with an enemy unit and you activate him to fight, another unit nearby can fight
More skeleton dudes.
combat, and they get
This is one of their leader. This is a leader character, right?
With that new archer unit,
Liege Mortek.
charge in with this guy, and then they back him up with a rain of arrows.
Yeah.
as he
Again, I
surrounds the
wouldn't
enemy
really
forces. So it's
paint
quite a
them with that
dramatic
sort of
look. He also
color
stacks
scheme,
really
but I'm
nicely
guessing that's just the
with
DGW thing. I would paint the bone more greyish, sort of ashen, old, that bones, that sort of stuff. The Bone Reapers books are actually pretty good as well. Oh, cool. Are they like equivalent to like the Necron sort of books?
I feel like this is like something that Nagash dreamed and recalled from a world that was, back from ancient Nehekara with their, they were renowned for their chariots. And here we see a nightmare vision brought to
Liege Cavalos on war
amazing.
chariots.
Yeah, so the Ossiarchs are very much Nagash's idea of an
Yeah, see how the horses are painted?
obviously
Sort of that's how I would like the actual dudes to be painted as well,
Very powerful units in the game.
Does anyone know how long the show is going to last? Usually they go around about an hour.
He's a really, really durable unit. They both are, but the hero one has 12 wounds.
So we are in now, how long has it been? Has it been half an hour this already? No, it's not been half an hour. I think it's been about 15 minutes so far. So I think they should have another half an hour left at least.
Into the enemy units, even after they've charged in and done all their kind of damage and impact hits and stuff, you can keep just doing stacks and stacks and stacks of mortal wounds into enemy units.
Yeah, the idea here, I think.
If I've got time, I might cut this part of the stream and put it on YouTube. I might just upload it as it is.
With the hammer of the cavalry units. And,
Yeah, I think all the stuff coming out for Ossiarchs just gives them
really?
loads of new options.
yeah,
Because I think
totally.
Usually they are about an hour, aren't they? Maybe half an hour. I don't know.
Now you've got opened up a whole swathe of new things, right? So you could imagine armies that leaned really heavily into chariots and had death riders and stuff accompanying them.
Yeah.
You can imagine armies that lean really heavily into shooting. A combined arms list now looks really tasty. So there's loads of stuff that just opens up a new toolbox of stuff for Ossiarch armies.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do like this. I like the horses, and they've got the skulls inside their rib cage. That's really, really cool.
And it's an army of renown. So if you want to take
You could title it as a reaction video. Yeah.
Essentially, you don't.
Should you move category?
You would normally do.
I thought you did.
Bonuses. Essentially, Arcan and the wizards that accompany
It's too late now if you haven't.
Bonuses to make their spellcasting more effective and even better, and the whole army gets some arcane protection to sort of reduce the incoming magic that would come your way. And it's super thematic.
He was not here when it started. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, he's also been part of Warhammer for
A very long
I think
time.
40 plus years at this point.
Goodness
But if you like magic and you like Ossiarchs and you want to just go all in for magic, this is one of the ways.
I guess you could do that now if you wanted to.
Little box set to start.
Yep.
You can also just use this as the start of any Ossiarch army as well. It'd be a perfectly good start to that too. There's another box set on the way
These
as well.
I do like
the Heralds of the
so
Bone
the
Tithe,
big the riders the mounts
so
that they've got.
effectively, this
That
means that you
sort
can
of
put,
idea of having
some of your Arceus units into any other death force. So if
skull
you have
souls
something like a
encaged
soul
in
like
their
Grey
rib
Lord's army
cages.
or
That's
a,
like
Night
really
Lord's army
really
or a
cool
Blessed
idea.
Lord's army,
That's
you can
really
send
cool
some of
idea.
Nagash's tax collectors along with your force, so that when the battle has finished, they can go around the battlefield and gather up the bones of the fallen. There's some really nice
Bad army
abilities
box
in this unit.
Archon
He's got
is the
a
only
spell
reason to
that
get
means
it,
that if you have
as he's
an enemy
online
unit,
only.
they have
Oh,
to
really?
use a command point if they want to fight, which is
really nasty.
It's really, really good. You've got to get it cast. You've got to get it cast. Your opponent will know you're trying to do it. But there is a potentially game-winning little move in there. If you can stop an enemy unit from fighting because they've run out of command points, or make them use a valuable command point when they don't
It's
want
not
to.
the bone IRS.
They normally do. That's, anything that you can force your opponent to have to use
The
resources.
tax man.
It feels like a really thematic use. of
It's the
Box Mortem,
tax
right?
man.
He's the sort of the master of the bone tithe. He's the one who tallies it all.
No,
and here
it's
he
the
is,
tax
sort of
man.
Bringing that into the battlefield. There are only two things in life that are completely inevitable: is death and taxes. And this box is both of them. Speaking of death. This is the
skeleton tax man. Is AOS the same price wise as 40k? Some of it is, some of it is cheaper, I think.
For everything that we've talked about. They've got a really interesting.
Usually it's about the same, right?
Army, which is
The camera zoom.
discipline.
Okay, sure.
I'm just touching it very briefly, but there's like a new little widget attached. You know, the profile circle.
Generally, it is generally cheaper. Sometimes it's the same. Some I don't know. Depends, I suppose, isn't it?
Liege Mortec, this little guy here gets 5, Nagash gets 10, and they can spend those throughout the game to gain some extra abilities. Really exciting. I've not collected.
AOS is more elite, so it's cheaper. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'd get behind that.
The possibilities and the weird combos
Yeah.
and things you can do.
You don't need as much for
so
an
you've got
army.
things that
Yeah.
basically help you out in every phase.
Yeah, I agree with
better
that.
at fighting or slightly more durable and things like that. And one of the things you want to do when you put your army together is go, how many heroes do I want so that I've got the right amount of tools and of these points to spend on my units? So it definitely rewards someone with a systematic and
Nagash is 840
If
points.
you want to get a sense of the scale of things,
I say he's quite a pricey dude then. Yeah.
Cavalos alongside the Liege Mortec. He's already a fairly big Ossiarch bone reaper.
Per model, it's the same money.
And then the chariot is just this
Probably, yeah.
wonderful piece here.
I think isn't like some of the spearheads cheaper than like the combat patrols though, or are they the same price?
Customize a little bit and choose whether you want to go with a spear or a sword or which of the various headdresses and things.
And I think you could probably do some quite interesting things in terms of converting across these two models as
Sure
well.
you
If you
could,
wanted multiples of either.
I mean, that's what Nagash is doing, really. He's just getting all the bones in a big pile and building his own thing, right? You too could be a Lord of Death.
Perfect. Right. That is not it for the Mortal Realms, however. We have another battle tome to show you that is coming out fairly soon.
All right.
This is
We got more stuff.
Battle tome Disciples of Tzeentch.
Oh.
And as you might expect, it contains everything you need to know about the followers of the Changer of Ways.
AOS something you want to look into once you've built some 40k armies. Yeah. I mean, it's the fantasy side of it, you know.
Comes with a new miniature, which is the Fate Master. Eddie, what can you tell us about this?
Yeah, so Fate Master is the general.
Small. There's a lot of sort of traditional, and also their models. A lot of the time, AOS models look a lot better than 40k models, which is really unfortunate. But
because this is a Tzeentchian general, they don't really play fair. So a lot of their tricks and things that they bring to the battlefield are less about winning in a straight fight and more about deceiving your opponent. So you can
Power
use
Ranger.
some of their abilities to move your own.
It looks like a bad guy from Power Rangers, maybe.
Within range to try and charge your units. All of a sudden, they're not there anymore. They're actually on the flank, and you can engineer some very advantageous combats. So they are
Rita.
a great little.
Is it Rita?
They are still a
Who's the
chaos
bad
lord,
guy?
and they still fight in combat very effectively, but it's the tricks and the strategic positioning stuff they bring to your army that makes them really pop in your games.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a new terrain piece for these, which is just fantastic. This is the thing I'm most excited about for these.
Oh, this is cool.
Disciples of Tzeentch. These are the
I do
arms
like this.
guards. Just
I wonder if you could
fantastic
use well, probably not, but I wonder if you could use that in like 40k with Thousand Suns or something.
A story being told by this model, which is borne out by the rules and the lore. Essentially, you see the one on the left on the screen sort of being torn apart.
That is really,
drift around the
really cool
battlefield.
looking.
They're really useful. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But if one is destroyed, if you don't get them both, the other one will split and essentially make a new one. And so that you see it splitting apart. That's really part of its own story. It's just great.
Yeah, so they've got two abilities, effectively. One of them is that if one of them is on the battlefield, you can immediately make another one in your hero phase. And if you've got them on the battlefield, you can reposition them as well. And the reason you might want to reposition them is
man,
your
that
wizards can
looks
use
so
them to
cool.
channel their magic through. So you
It's like,
to one of these and you're
I know it's
wizard,
just terrain, but
got loads of
it just
wizards,
looks
you've got
amazing.
kind of the whole army. You can use these to cast your spells further than you otherwise
Can I
could.
use this in a
You can't get rid of them
in A
unless
Thousand
you kill
Suns?
both of them at the same time. We've got them on the table here, so you get a sense of the scale. So again, this is a fairly large.
It is pretty
model.
big.
It's like larger than the Stormcast Eternal there. So they're fairly big.
Pretty big terrain.
And they go back to that kind of classic Tzeentchian idea of the silver towers of Tzeentch.
Mm-hmm.
It's been part of their lore for kind of time immemorial. This is a little nod to that.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see these cropping up in like any.
I just like the whole thing. It's been held by magic and how that's represented in the model with the wave sort of thing. It's very creative how they've done that.
As Tzeentchian as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instead of just having the clear plastic thing that they do in 40k, where to represent like flight and stuff like that. This is more creative, you know.
Again, everything you'd expect from a battle tome, updated.
Lumineth
with,
Realm
fantastic
Lords.
lore and all of the rules and things you will need to play your games. The Lumineth Realm Lords army rules have had a shake-up, which is quite exciting. And you know, we're talking with the team from the Warhammer Studio all about that. And we don't possibly have time to go into all of
Really
those
like
details
them
here
showing the
today.
physical models. Yeah, it is nice. They usually do that though in the shows. They do usually show the
Lumineth Realm Lords,
the models on the table
battlefield
painted
wizards,
and stuff.
but maybe not as many sort of frontline fighting heroes.
It's kind of rare when they don't show them.
Yeah, so the Lord Regent
the shows.
effectively leads your infantry phalanxes into battle.
I mean,
They
these are
very
just like
competent fighters.
Eldari,
An
right?
Elven Lord, so they've got a very respectable combat stat line.
I'm in the middle of the Nighthawk Haunt army, and I'm looking at Osera. Yes, I know. Oh man, it's dangerous, isn't it? He's kind of Lord of the Rings looking. Yeah, he is actually.
That joins your force is very worthwhile. The other thing they do, if you put them alongside a unit of your wardens, which are your big kind of spear phalanx.
But it's like again, it's like the Eldar sort of motif. He's got the crystal thing.
Scary block of spearmen.
driving forward.
Yeah,
that
just drive
spear
forward.
line.
So your spearmen can not only
These
do
guys
more
could be in
with the
40k, you
but
know,
also just do it
or in
passively
Lord of the
by
Rings, I
pushing
suppose. But yeah,
forward into the enemy force.
maybe not in
Fantastic.
40k.
You've seen on the screen now that the kit has some variants. So you can build it in a couple of ways or mix and match between. Maybe get some spares. And we've got them actually on the desk.
Reminds me of the elf from the Matrix.
The thing that I like about the sort of
The elf from the Matrix.
you can see this one's got like a little amphora on its back, and then this one obviously has got this sort of double banner.
Oh yes, I know.
It's definitely in this season.
The lady.
Yeah, banners are back. It seems.
Right.
Banners back. That's good. So there we go. And again, just a great hero for your Lumineth Realm Lords. We've got some questions. They've been flooding in through the chat.
No, you mean
the
Elrond,
first question
right?
Really hits near my heart.
Or
It says,
Mr. Smith,
from,
because there was the other lady as well.
Do you ever get nervous when you're
Not like
fighting
this,
them?
not like
Let me
this.
tell you, I am
Agent Smith, yeah.
terrified every
There
time
was
I
the
see
lady
them.
that did she had the one line that's not like this, not like this.
It represents like dozens, if not
But
hundreds
also
of
there
battles
is
where,
Elrond as well,
world. And
Agent
you can
Smith,
treat it
yeah.
that way. The first ever battle report I played years and years ago, I dropped the hell.
Because I think she played an elf as well, didn't she, in Lord of the Rings?
Next question is, can I use, and it's talking about the Liege Mortec, this is from
That actress.
Lamp. Can I use this as a MOE proxy? I think you mean Master of Executions, and I think you need to do quite a lot of conversion work to do that. But that said, doing kit bashing is half the fun of this hobby, right? I'm looking at all those Red Corsairs, just imagining stealing the heads for my armies. So, yeah, maybe. And then, always good for a fun question is, from Fossil Fracas, if the new Chariot and the Sunstealer Wheeler got into a race, who would die first?
Oh,
Well, I would argue that the Ossot Bone Reaper is already dead.
I think the Sunstealer Wheeler is faster, probably, but it's tortoise and hare, isn't it? You probably get bored about halfway through the race and
He's
stuff.
never going to outlast the dead,
What's
is he?
next then, boys?
Look, that
What do we
was
got?
all a bit of fun. Thank you for keeping your questions coming in.
Old
We're
World
gonna
next.
go now from the mortal realms to a very unusual place, which is the gridiron, as we keep the theme of elves.
Yes.
And we
Oh,
go
Blood
to
Bowl. Okay.
So, time for us to talk a little
Interesting.
bit about the latest Blood Bowl team to approach the gridiron. These are the Calador Dragons, and I got some things to say. This is a classic Blood Bowl team.
I like the I like the lion's
around for a
mane.
very long time, and
That
now
is
it
cool.
Redone and updated in plastic.
And I know a lot of the models for Blood Bowl are tongue-in-cheek,
and I'm
but
really excited
these
for
look
this. I think
kind of
this
nice.
might be the last of the classic teams that we're waiting to see.
Could be right. Could be right.
Anyway, if you know the Caliber
what is
Dragons,
Blood
you
Bowl?
might know what
It's
they
like
do. They
another
have
game that they do.
originals,
Basically, it's
each of them, fills a very
what
specific
if
role within the Blood Bowl game.
there was
First up is the Dragon
football
So,
in
they are
or
essentially
rugby
show stealers of the
in the fantasy world of Warhammer,
incredibly skilled players,
and
They've
that's
got
the game
fantastic
basically.
backline,
And
they have great rules as well.
yeah, so basically it's a game of rugby or football, but in Warhammer,
Steady footing,
and usually it's like fantasy realms mainly, non-canon. Yeah.
Circumstances which might come up. They also are penalised by a little rule which is known as my ball, which means they can never give.
It's just a bit of fun, I think.
Like
More.
sharing.
Yeah.
So the trick with this is to burst through the enemy pitch, get down the field, and then get the ball to this guy, so he doesn't have.
They need a silly spin of a game for 40k. Yes, they do. Actually, it would be fun to have like
The
one
high elf team
like
is a little
that.
bit
Some
different, to some,
yeah.
it doesn't really have a catcher archetype. Instead, you've got the White Lions, which are another blitzer almost. They don't have block, but
The
they do have
White
wrestling, which is a
Lions.
very good skill to make sure that you don't get stuck with a turnover.
White
or
Lions
tackle
is
that you
a
can
thing in
Lion,
Old World, isn't it?
The claw is not just symbolic. They have the claws special rule, and what that means is that they never need more than an 8+ to bust the armor when you're making the.
They
armor
did
roll.
used to have, but it wasn't a silly spin-off. It was more of a serious one. Didn't was
A third of the sort of skilled positionals are the Phoenix Warriors.
what was it called?
Phoenix Warriors really fills
brain
the
not
role of
working.
catcher, and this is one of the best throwers on the Blood Bowl.
Space Hulk.
Like of any team.
Space Hulk was a silly little spin-off game, but it was more serious, more serious than Blood Bowl, really.
Also, they have Cloud Burst, which is so.
I'm
good.
really surprised that they didn't make another new version of Space Hulk. To be fair, because it seemed like a fun game, you know,
Your Dragon Prince's burst
and
through,
quick as well,
fire
so you
down
can
the
play
field,
like
you
quick
get
games
one
with that.
Nice clean lob shot all the way down the pitch, and nobody can catch it. It's great.
What I love about all of these miniatures is that they look like
And you can make
Blood
it.
Bowl incarnations.
I think
Absolutely so, right?
Gorka Morka and Speed Freaks were the closest. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Gorka Morka and Speed Freaks were probably the closest to a silly sort of thing like Blood Bowl.
It is just pure.
You're right.
Blood Bowl fun. Right, this is the fourth position.
But
they're the high
you
elf
you
ones.
remember,
In some
you
ways,
know,
like the boring part of the
you
Blood Bowl
probably,
teams, the high elf
because
ones are
you've been in the hobby for longer than me, Rex, so you do probably do know about, you do remember the
They've got no skills to speak of.
Space Hulk game and stuff, which I thought was a really good idea, but I never was able to find a kit for that. But I was trying to make my own sort of thing, you know, because I think I got the rules from online
So you've got to get everything
for that for the old
supposed to and
game.
yes, you need these to do some of the heavy
And,
lifting, maybe making tackles or throws or catches themselves. The kit also contains.
you got the Terminator armors and the Gene Stealers and all that sort of stuff.
And reroll markers and everything that you would expect for you to mark in play. And there'll be a Spike Journal that comes out alongside all of this when it releases, which is full of all of the stories and the lore behind it and information about different high elf teams and all of that good stuff.
and dice and a pitch and all that. jazz.
Yeah, I think you talked.
There's
about
lore
how
for Blood
they
Bowl,
key
by the way.
into Sort of the classic imagery of the high elves. I think one of the things that I really like is
Yes,
that
I think it's
leans
funny
into the rules
that
in a
there
way.
is.
The Dragon Prince is extremely arrogant.
They're like your shock
The-
troops that
exactly,
go up
and
the middle.
the White Lion, they were once the hunters traditionally, right? And so, like,
So if the enemy's got a
rule,
troll, you're like,
exactly.
you're going down troll.
The camera
rule
is
that can go in and
tracking
bust it.
something and it's
Chaos Warrior
distracting me.
armor,
Oh, sorry about that. Let me just do
Yeah,
this.
Really, really great. Very exciting to see these finally reach the gridiron. And
There
there
you
we go. That is your Blood Bowl section.
That should
Pretty
fix it.
exciting.
It's just it's hand gestures and it sometimes picks up hand gestures that it shouldn't pick up. It's got like a hand gesture tracking system.
So next up, we have
Right, what have we got
a
next?
new clip from Penitence, which is the new Warhammer 40,000 animation on its way
Oh.
to Warhammer Plus very soon.
Warhammer
Here are
Plus
the first
animation
minutes
thing.
of that show.
Wonder if they'll tease 11th edition on the Warhammer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do the Amazon TV show, but I was pretty sure they was gonna do something about 11th edition. Maybe at the end. This is a new Warhammer Plus series, so let's have a look at this. It looks like it's Sisters of Battle again.
Has been bereft of the Emperor.
Have we seen this?
Like so much of our benighted Imperium, it clings on. a candle flickering in darkness. Our mission is of sacred importance. The enshrinement of our fallen Canoness Rexilla. She will be a beacon.
I'm getting my vampire from Warhammer Plus. Oh, cool. Oh, nice. Yes. I think they teased this last time. Yeah, I think they did, actually. It looked kind of terrible, didn't it? If I remember right, it kind of looked terrible.
The foulness of the orcs shall be.
Yeah, and this kind of looks.
We shall risk everything for this.
This has been in 2 now. Yes. Yeah, I know.
Will not fail. For to do less would be to fall short of what our emperor demands.
I mean, this could have been done better.
Fire and faith, we.
It's the faces. I don't know. This is cool, though. Orcs. Ooh. Wait. This is new. I don't think we've seen this. Kind of looks like the Blood Angels one. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. The Warhammer Plus animation shows are very hit and miss. I only enjoyed a couple of them. Yeah, I agree.
His test begins.
They're going against Orcs. Adeptus and Penitents. Yeah. Faith is tested.
Eddie, that was
Cool.
awesome. What can you tell us about Penitent?
Yes, this is a new animation on its way for Warhammer Plus. This is an Adeptus Sororitas animation featuring the Order of the Sacred Rose, which is...
Say it properly.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are
Sisters
on a
of Battle.
mission to found
But the guy wanted to make an orc show and had to put the sisters in. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of true.
And down, and then they have to trudge across this wasteland to get their relic to where it needs to go.
Yeah, and we need to
The
go
orcs in
through
this are
orcs.
Snakebite orcs, which
Cool.
is pretty cool.
Snakebite
We've already
orcs,
seen Snakebite
ooh.
orcs in animation before. Snakebite's, of course, famous for bringing along gribbly squiggly beasts with them, and I can confirm there is a squig in this animation.
Nice. So
Cool.
we get both a cyber cherub and a squig.
Why is there horses coming up on the freaking stream?
So this is on its way in February. The first episode, it will be a 3-part animation.
More
with the first one
horses,
landing in
yeah.
February, so not very long to
Can I
wait.
turn that off?
Fantastic. So if you
No,
are
I
familiar
can't.
with,
That's from them,
Warhammer
isn't
TV, it's available on Warhammer Plus subscription. And
Stop it with the
there's
horses.
Loads of animations and sort of shows that are made by the team in-house, gaming and lore and all that sort of thing. So if you
I
want,
think it's a bits reaction emotes. Can you turn that off?
And join in. It's going to be great.
Exactly that.
Nice one. Right. So there were some questions
Probably
in the
not,
Blood Bowl
right?
section that I got hold of late, and my favourite question was Custodies when. Well, I'd like to tell you when. We're going to go to all the way back to the Age of Darkness.
Why are people throwing bits at Warhammer stream? I don't get it. Nobody wants to deal with the human faces, so how about orcs and nids? So, yeah. Ooh. Oh, new custodies? Oh. Oh. Me like. Oh. Jetpack custodies. Holy crap. This is Horus Heresy there, right? The horses on... Yeah, it's on GW stream, yeah. The horses. Nobody's throwing bits at me. Come on, be real.
So excited about everything that we just saw there. We have the forces of the Legio Custodians.
Come on, Rex, be
or the
real.
Horus Heresy.
Nobody's throwing bits at
Everything in that
me.
video we're going to talk about. Let's start with what you can see on the screen right now.
So this is a box.
These are
Brand new-
cool.
Brand new box.
This is the Legio Custodes battle group, and this is coming out as part of the launch. Everything in this is a new plastic miniature, and it just looks incredible.
Plastic
You've got
Custodes, yeah.
fidelities of custodians. You've got a dreadnought, a shield captain.
This is
and a
amazing.
grav tank. Let's talk about those in detail. These, of course,
Wait.
are the custodian guards. So
Tell me they're going to have more
Custodians,
sisters.
Guard Fidelity, they are
They're
the
going to make
archetypal
more
image
sisters
a
of
custodian.
silence?
They are
I'm in.
towering guardians, each one with a guardian spear, able to.
Yeah,
chop
custodians
the
are
enemy
both
up in close
systems, pretty
combat,
sure.
blast them
But
apart at range. They are
they're
highly
specifically
practiced,
catered for
assault,
Horus Heresy, but you can
really
use
just, I
them
suppose, the proportions
probably...
of the
Because
custodians still very
this is
recognisable.
like...
The custodians that you
Half
know
of the
from
Custodes 40k
Guardians,
army
but
was
still in Horus Heresy, quite
resin
successful.
and expensive,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
now they're
Yeah,
making new
yeah.
Custodes, which is amazing.
Kit is, as I said,
That is a nice cape, yeah.
plastic. There's some options in there. You've got these high-helmed, high-plumed helmets that you can see here. There's some bear heads in the kit.
And it looks like they've made them bigger scale because
Your choice.
I think
and
it
then,
looks like
there's
they've made them a
the,
bigger scale
vexilla in there, so you can carry
than the normal custodies that they had before.
Yeah, you've also got all the Misericordia.
Yeah, they do look taller. Yeah,
kind of,
they look nice.
Stabbing daggers that the custodians have.
They're just
Oh, man.
in all the paraphernalia and apparel.
And look,
from the Emperor's
nice
most
faces. What the
warriors.
fuck?
Here you can see some of the
Look at the heads.
kits.
Look at these heads.
So you can do a mixture or
Look at this.
Suits you really. You've already said it, but for me,
Oh my
this is
God.
the quintessential image of the Legio Custodes, right?
No, they got female custodians, of course. Yeah, yeah.
Golden armored warrior.
Yeah.
I love it. They're not
Yeah.
the only fidelity in the Custodes Battle Group box set, though. You also have the Sentinel Guard.
Looks like GW is going to...
essentially
You see, like, GW can actually make good faces. What the fuck?
Custodian Warblade.
So another effectively.
Oh my God.
custodians. A normal custodian, such a word can be used to describe the custodians. These ones are a little bit more defensive.
Looks like
and a little bit
GW are
less
going to
elite,
lean
but every
into the
custodian
Horus
is a
Heresy
master of
miniature
their
with the recent
and very,
releases.
very
A
durable.
little bit, yeah,
These ones
probably.
have shields, which in your games of Horus Heresy.
I mean, you can
allow
play these in
shield
40k
war
for sure.
festivals and make them a bit more durable against incoming fire, which is really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're invulnerable save is better.
Yeah, these look cool.
They're just great. And so essentially you're just making that.
Maybe they
choice.
started scanning people. I don't know, maybe.
Killier, or a
Yeah,
little more
and
defensive.
you probably, in truth, want a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Of course, there was more.
Look at this
in
face.
that,
This is great.
army shot that we saw.
What the hell?
Sodalities. Next up, we have the Shield Captain. I am
Oh my
unapologetic
God.
in that this is my favourite of the models
GW
in
is
the
making
Custodian
good
release. I
faces.
genuinely think
Wow.
it's incredible. The level of detail that they've captured on it is so good. It comes with a couple of options. Here you can see the helmeted head and the unhelmeted head. I really like that golden laurel wreath that has been sort of woven into her hair. If you don't know about Custodian Shield Captains...
Okay, that face is not that good, to be fair.
Top tier fighter on the battlefront.
This one here, that's not that good. Maybe it's too close, maybe. I don't know, but yeah.
The Space Marine Legions. If you're not a Primarch, it is not
The
a
recent
Custodian.
models have been great,
A
yeah.
shield captain backed up by a squad of custodians can.
Maybe it's
happily
big
take
enough
on a
so they can
Primarch,
do it easier.
level
Maybe, yeah.
and up against anything that's a space marine, unless you've got a very, very
This
impressive
cloak,
sword of
this
some sort, you're
this
definitely
cape
gonna
looks
come out
really cool, and
alongside
that shield.
The
Oh my
miniature
God.
is absolutely
So good.
dripping
Yeah.
in detail.
That's so
I think One
good.
of the things you can just see. in
Okay,
that
this is
rotating
great.
big
I love
text on
this.
the inside of the
We
shield.
got quite excited about
Yeah,
this.
one
Man.
of the concepts of custodians generally is that they write their honor name inside their armor.
That's so
and
cool.
The idea here being that the titles that this warrior has
I
achieved.
really
throughout
like
their
to look
career
into the
have been so
Skitarii
extensive
models.
that
Yeah, they look cool as
achievements
well.
have gone
Yep.
beyond their armor and onto the shield itself.
Yeah, absolutely. A really fantastic model, and I wonder if we'll be talking about this as one of the models of the year this time next year.
And they do look taller than the
inside
current
battle groups,
custodies as
so
well,
far
which
with
is
the
nice.
vehicles, so
Because
far
I've
we have
actually had to
Custodian
convert my
Dreadnoughts.
custodies to be a little bit taller,
There's two variants
and I
you can
just
choose
padded
from
them
the
out
build.
with some
First of
milliput.
which is the Contemptor Achilles Dreadnought. It is equipped with an Achilles
That dreadnought
War
looks
Spear,
cool.
which is like the length of 3 men.
It's just
This
a
looks
giant
amazing.
guardian spear,
Yeah,
basically, isn't
absolutely.
it? If you get put inside a dreadnought and you've been a custodian,
This
you're
is
like,
what
"I
a
really like
custodes
stabbing people
dreadnought
with a spear. Can I
should
continue
look
to
like,
do
you
that?"
know?
And the
It's
answer was
like
so
great.
yes.
Yeah, and
You don't like these dreads? I do. I kind of like them.
Big damage. It can. It's got armor bane, so vehicles are in real trouble.
The lady's head looks like a lady from Parliament.
We'll show you the other one in a second. But look at the pose.
Yeah, maybe.
It's really poseable. They've made the most of the sort of multi-part plastic functionality that this kit enables to give you something really special.
Yeah, the.
I'm happy for the Custodians players. Yeah, it looks nice. I mean, at last, because half of the Custodians army up to now was resin and very expensive, and now you're getting more plastic Custodians, which is great. What I would like them to make, I would like them to make some Sisters of Silence as well. Another Sisters of Silence kit would be great. You know, or not just one, a few of them, to be fair.
I
Again,
think this one's my favourite. I think
There you go.
he looks absolutely awesome. There's something about a dreadnought with
Contemptor
a massive shield and massive sword
Gladius
that just
Dreadnought.
absolutely works for me.
Yeah.
And it mirrors the two different.
They've done a
core
great job with these
types of
Custodians
Custodians.
models.
You've got one
Fair
with the
play.
spear,
Yeah.
the more
nice.
aggressive one. You've got one with the shield and the
I mean,
sword.
they
More
made
defensive one.
faces, so
if
you
wanted
know
to,
they may
you can
actually
upright. You
make
have the shield on, walk around with the
GW
shield,
actually
and
can
you
make
go
faces.
alongside
Who
the
knew?
warrior's sword
Just-
in, like,
yeah, the Contemptor Galatus.
GW make new
Galatus,
silence, Sister
Warblade,
Silence,
that is
and
gonna
my
cut
soul
through,
is yours.
like, medium and heavy infantry like nothing. I think to bear in mind about these, is
Yep.
every dreadnought is piloted by like a fallen warrior, right? That is entombed within the
Yes.
sarcophagus. Just bear in mind that the warrior that is piloting this was a custodian, the absolute fighting elite of the Imperium,
Yes.
handpicked and created by the Emperor. these are really, really dangerous on the tabletop. In addition to all of that armor,
they look great. I like them.
Still.
Yeah,
I know you don't like them, Diggle,
They can
the dreadnoughts, but I kind of like this style of like the
very satisfying. They look
exoskeleton humanoid sort of looking dreadnought. You know,
This is the Caladius.
and they got the Annihilator, the grav
We'll
tank.
talk more about other grav tanks in a minute. But essentially, think of this as a main battle tank for the Legion Custodes force.
This used to be resin, by the way,
with an
and now it's going to be plastic,
blazed
right?
Carronade, which is the sort of double-barreled weapon you see on top. This is a devastating ranged weapon with 2 fire modes. The first of which is anti-tank.
Custodes Dread should be as many points as Knights. Yeah, maybe.
Apart. Yeah, absolutely. And then it's alternate fire.
I mean, they're going to be as big as a
infantry.
as a knight, not as a full-scale knight, but like one of the smaller knights, you know.
Stuff in the Legio Custodes force needs to often do 2 things.
Yeah, because
I do like the look of this grav tank as well.
Of how many units you have on the
But this used to be resin only, wasn't it?
It's very good at killing tanks. It might also need to do some double duty to, pitch into the battle against enemy heavy infantry or support your units, whichever thing is currently giving you challenges. So most units in the Custodian army are quite good at several things.
Yeah, absolutely so. Those are the units that make up the Custodian Guard battle group that we've shown at the start. There are more units coming along the way.
Yeah,
I can tell they are good, but I don't want one.
You want to go all in for a new Custodian army. That'd be the first thing, your reinforcements are hot on their heels.
Exactly so. So next is the
Custodes is
very similar to the
is Custodes the only elite army now in 40k apart from Knights?
Accelerated.
I think it is, right?
Think Sikaran battle tank from the Space Marine Legions, if you know the setting and you know the war gear, is similar but upgunned version of that.
More or less, yeah.
So decent fire rate, going to maul medium and light vehicles and pretty much any infantry you put in front of it. This is a big, heavy-duty tank.
Yeah, it's another great option for a line battle tank. You won't get many tanks in a Custodian army just because everything costs so many points.
Yeah.
But there's certainly a place for one of each of these in a 3,000 point force.
Yeah, absolutely.
3,000 points. Wow.
Of the grav tank.
He'd put this in a 3,000 point, not even in a 2,000. I guess he's right because
we'll show you in a minute. But essentially, it's big enough that it can carry an entire sodality of Custodian Guard and an accompanying hero.
Yeah, you get a kind of a sense of how big it is there because you can see the Custodians next to it. Remember that those are Terminator-sized miniatures, so this is a big old tank.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's not unarmed as well. You can see the guns on it, but the one to talk about
Heresy might use different standard points. Yeah, I guess.
Another time, but essentially, it's a powerful gun in its own right. So, in addition to disgorging the most elite fighting units,
this is the other tank, carrier tank,
you with devastating firepower.
And all of these are plastic as well. This is a huge plastic kit.
yeah.
Additionally, you
Plastic.
might have seen in the video that we saw before, you have the Venetari sodality. So these are
I saw these in the preview. They are really cool as well.
Gold wings, contrails of fire, diving deep into the heart of the
Flying Custodes, as if Custodes weren't scary enough.
You've got a couple of options there. You've got the spear, or you've got the buckler and pistol. Both of those are very lethal. They also all come as standard with Misericordia and effectively like ancient.
You can imagine GW chat's not good. Do you want to have a look at it?
Even things like the melter bombs.
I don't think. No, I won't look at it.
Yeah, these are some dangerous guys. The kinetic destroyers, which is the sort of handgun-looking thing you can see, is a really powerful.
Kind of look like AOS. Oh yeah, I guess so. Like a bit like what's it called? Storm.
Really
what they called?
Charge. So options.
The spear one.
Go for you to get
just in case your Custodians
DJ packs are so nice. Yeah, they are.
Faster than everyone as well, and there's no escape.
You can see here the front. I believe that is.
Oh, they got eagle heads as well. Oh, that's so cool.
Delivering fun into the heart of the enemy.
Stormcast, yeah.
All of this stuff and where you find it.
My brain is not working right now. It's just looking at these Custodes and like really, really happy about this.
It's full of all the lore and the stories and information.
And the Liber.
Learn about the Legio Custodes. And in addition to that, it talks about other elements of the Imperial
Blood Angels crying in the corner.
You've got the Anathema Psychana, the Sisters of Silence, and you've also got the Assassinorum.
Tanks forearm size.
The Imperial household. Stuff that the Emperor kept to himself on Terra as his.
It was on the table.
All very, very powerful
Right.
forces in their own
Shit.
Yeah, perfect.
They're going to share it on the table then.
In front of
in
us,
a bit. Yeah, there they are.
Do a little bit of show and tell. First of all, we have a little
That is
stunt
big.
guy in the front.
Heresy
This is
Bob for scale here.
A happy little solo auxilia, and let's just stand him alongside the shield captain for context and scale.
That is cool. They're actually making custodies bigger. That's great.
I'll slide him back.
That is great.
Don't want to
Break it, don't break it.
Tell me about it. So the custodian guard are big, right? These are the
thick.
pinnacle of the human crafting that the Emperor does when he's creating his elite warriors. The only thing better, I suppose, is the Primarchs. These didn't go wrong.
And half of them went bad, really.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, maybe they're the best they got.
And then you can see the scale of the other things. So you put the little guy up alongside the grav carrier. It's just enormous. This
it is.
huge.
That is
If I
huge.
spin it round.
That's a huge tank.
It's like bigger than your hand, Adam. It's a big old thing.
So it's got this really cool entrance hatch. I was looking at some frames, and that's detailed on the inside. So I think if you're one of these modelers who likes to do that sort of thing, you might be able to like have it open or make a diorama or whatever it is you want to do. So I think people are going to have a lot of fun with this, and
Just the size of the thing.
it's really cool.
Yeah, it is massive.
What else is there to say on these? We should talk a little bit about the dreadnoughts. If you look at the sort of the chest armor on them, if I tilt them,
Yeah, so there's a few different options on there. Actually, I was looking at the kits before. You've got options for things like the shoulder pads. So if you've got multiple dreadnoughts, you can have slightly different shoulder pads. There's some nice little areas for heraldry. So these ones have got some.
Yeah, I do like these dreads.
Designed onto them. There's some different.
And they are kind of massive as well.
You've obviously got the different weapons.
If you look at the custodies on the side there,
detail on them. So
Yeah.
but a lot of it's kind of sculpted on. So you could paint them very quickly if you wanted to. If you wanted, like,
it
spray
is
them
getting
gold,
more
put a
tempting.
wash on
Yeah.
them. They look pretty
You're
great.
almost ready for
Yeah,
war.
they're kind of
Horus
ready.
Heresy.
But
Absolutely.
also, if you wanted to spend hours and hours and hours and make these,
I'm sure you could
build the best
field these in
they're
a Custodes
fine
army in
as well.
40k
They're
though.
Really, really lovely models to put your hobby hours into and get something really nice out of it.
There's no way
The other
you're
thing
not
worth
gonna.
saying about,
They're not gonna do
a lot of
that.
these miniatures is they will obviously have some dual purpose in Warhammer 40,000 as
Yeah.
well.
Absolutely.
So if
See,
you have an Adeptus
there you go.
Custodes army,
Yeah.
things like the Dreadnoughts obviously are already a data sheet in your
Yeah.
force. You
See,
already
there
have
you go.
data sheets
See?
for things like
You can
Custodians,
play these in
Guardians,
40k.
Shields.
The shield captains are an
Shield
absolute shoo-in,
captains
right?
as well. So lots of these, if you wanted to put them into your Warhammer 40,000 army, there's absolutely no reason not to.
Yeah, perfect. So we're not done with the Horus Heresy. There's still more. There's obviously a little bit for
More
the,
heresy, Horus Heresy. I need to go to the toilet.
First up, we have the Legion.
I'm gonna go to the toilet now.
Heavy tank.
Oh, there's a big
I
hill.
think this is my favourite.
Another big tank. I need to go to the toilet.
Because
Bring it
I
back.
just love Volkite. There's something about
is a
it.
cool
It's just
looking gun, isn't
like
it?
Especially if you can play it in 40k as well,
And
yeah.
This is the largest
be right back.
plastic
I'm gonna-
Volkite gun we have ever seen.
Going for a wee.
Not counting things like stuff on Titans that we might have seen in epic scale.
Yeah,
in
in
the
tiddly
past.
tiny scale.
But it is an absolutely enormous tank. It is obviously the Fellblade is the same chassis, but this has, I think, a cooler looking gun. Although I know you're a big fan of.
So
the
Fellblade is the one for me, but I can't deny the coolness of this. The panning shots that you're getting right now really just show how cool and detailed this model is, right? That camera is so close to the model, and it just looks just crisp and brilliant and exciting.
This one, of course, painted in Iron Warriors colours.
Yes, well-
it also looks equally good in the other 17 available colours.
Yeah, I would think so. Better maybe in the colours of the first, I think. But, who am I to judge? It is a Volkite carronade, if you're wondering. It's just an enormous gun that will deflagrate your enemy should you so
Great
desire.
words, great special rule.
It's not the only Astartes tank available. There is also the return of a stalwart of the Legiones Astartes, and indeed the Space Marines of the 41st Millennium as well, with the Whirlwind missile tank.
There's something just kind of lovable about the Whirlwind. This is
It's a change in the scale and
it's just
magnitude here,
it's just
isn't
nice.
it?
It's got a very useful little artillery piece. Does lots of useful, very cool stuff for you in the game. This is a long-range artillery support piece that can reach enemy units where most of your things can't get to them. Lots of the different missiles you can give it have morale sapping effects, basically.
Yeah,
so
so
it's a debuffing
If you put
piece
so
of artillery.
it comes with IX base for standard. You upgrade those missiles to Pyrax if you want. At which point you can literally just drive people off of objectives by causing panic. Fantastic for shifting hard to move. When normally you're trying to kill dozens and dozens of models to claim objectives, whereas land
they
one of
just
those
make them
shells
walk
on it
off
and just,
it, then you can just
make them
give
give it to you.
We were talking before, this is obviously painted up in the colours of the Imperial Fists. We thought it was quite amusing that it's done as a Templar, because they're obviously the keenest usually to get into close
What I
combat.
miss.
You can imagine how that went. It's like, my Lord Dawn, I'm now a Templar brother, and I'm itching to serve. And he's like, sit in this at the back, please.
It's a pug
maybe a pug
rhino. It's like a robot dog looking up at me. What is this? Oh, it's a rhino.
Wherever
Okay.
you find find all the information you need for these? Well, thankfully, there is a new journal.
I didn't miss anything. Okay.
Called Mailed Fist.
It's a cute rhino.
Details the Legiones and artist super heavy tanks. Lots of lore, organization charts, and information on how they were fielded, the operations that they fulfilled, that sort of thing, as well as some rules, including the rules for the returning Whirlwind.
Absolutely. And those of you with eagle eyes may
Big
have
tank.
spotted, there is one Ultramarine.
There we go.
There's one dead
We
Ultramarine.
are contractually
Good.
obligated to include at least one Ultramarine Space Marine in every preview, and you can see him.
How did they make a tank cute? I don't know. Apparently, by making it yellow.
So, that was great.
Oh, there it is. It's on the table there.
The Horus Heresy. I'm going to.
There's like the big, huge tank, and then there's a little rhino next to it. I accidentally gave it a face.
Will the Custodes be playable in Warhammer 40,000? That's from Blood of Dead. Well, you've covered that one already.
Sort of covered that one.
Loads of those models will be.
That tank is massive, though.
Analogous unit in Warhammer 40,000,
the other
by all
one.
means, use it. If
yeah.
that would be great. Will we ever see more Sisters of Silence? And the answer to that is they have.
Look, he's looking at the ceiling. Yeah. Yes.
So you can
He's so cute.
Them.
Look at him.
I hope one day we'll get more cool models for them as well.
There's no new
He's like Wally.
this particular wave of releases,
But they
there's
are very much
absolutely-
catered for.
Yeah, there's absolutely no reason that we wouldn't in the future, and they're
There's
absolutely.
probably a bird for the Russians.
And the question is, can you tell us how many heads there were? I probably could have.
It's
done,
like
but I've
Wall-E, you know?
because it's been quite a long preview. I think
How many
you get
heads?
Cute little
how many
robot.
bear heads. I think you get enough to do all of the models helmeted.
I think you
or
do, yeah.
bareheaded.
So if you want an entire squad in helmets, you can do it that way. If you want an entire squad in bare heads, you can do it that way as well, I think.
Perfect.
Cool.
But don't make your buying decision based on what I said right now, because I might be wrong.
I had a question earlier on that I actually got wrong. I just wanted to revisit. So somebody asked
I
if,
could
also
mechanize
was
that
able to
tank.
join,
Yeah.
Kieran's bodyguard was able to join another unit. I said it wasn't. It is, in fact, able to join another unit. So
Perfect.
It is big enough,
And the last
to
question
be
was
fair, to put an engine in it, or like a little motor.
And the question is, in relation to the tank, is this plastic? Everything we've shown in this entire preview is in plastic.
It's all
So I don't know
plastic,
which tank you meant,
yes.
but the answer is yes.
That's great.
The Coronis Grav Carrier.
That is cool.
Both the tanks, the super heavy, all of it.
That's that is the good thing about it, that they're just releasing Custodes in plastic now. It's great.
So try not to scrape them.
Because all these models, I think they did exist
end to end
in resin before.
How big they are if we get the camera on those.
Yeah.
It is very nearly super heavy size.
it's really not far off. It's certainly not quite as bulky, perhaps.
I
as
think
the
they might
Space
travel
Marines.
in more comfort. Than
They definitely do. Yes, they have a bit more space
Space Marines.
inside there, perhaps.
Fantastic.
But it's a big old tank, certainly.
Right, there we go. We are not quite done yet.
Okay, we're not done yet.
We would return to the grim darkness of the far future, and here we are
Okay.
with a little teaser.
Okay, let's see. What is the teaser? What have we got? Is this? No, it's not an orc. Okay. Iron Warriors?
Well, that was a tease, wasn't it?
That could mean almost anything.
It could.
Camera
All we know is
zoom
that
again.
The reign of iron approaches, and some of you may have been able to form your own opinions on things that maybe were being hinted at with hazard stripes and
Iron Warriors?
silver armor. Who knows? If you want to have a look at those images again, hop over to warhammercommunity.com. There'll be an article appearing there. If it's not already there, it'll be very soon, and you can maybe glean a few more bits of information. That brings us to the end of our preview. If you've enjoyed this and you want more Warhammer
That's it.
tonight, over in the US at Palm Springs.
It wasn't Peter Turbo, was it? Are they going to do another Chaos?
We're done here. We're going to throw back to the team out there who will be commentating on fantastic games of Warhammer 40,000, I believe.
Are they going to do another Chaos
by all means. Really,
Primarch,
I guess, is to say thanks
instead
to
of
who's made this work. We've got a team of
maybe?
people who've operated all the cameras and all the streaming equipment and covered off your questions. Thank you to all of you.
It might be
Eddie, thank you
Peter
for keeping
Turbo.
company and making
It's
this work.
quite all right, Adam. I didn't have plans tonight otherwise, so it's been fun. It's been fun.
And the most important people to thank all of you who've chosen to spend a little bit of time being as excited about Warhammer as we are and joining.
I think
in on
we're
this
wrapping
preview.
up now.
It's been a delight. We'll be back in a couple of months with the next preview, I think.
They got another preview in a couple of months.
Very
That's cool.
excited about that.
If not
So, until then, thank you all so
Peterabo,
much for joining
it's
us. It's been a delight.
Hellbrute, a
And
new
we will see you again
Hellbrute.
very soon. Bye-bye.
Yeah, maybe it could be. All right, well, that was cool. That was very cool. So we had, let me just do this. Hang on. Let's do this. We had the, first of all, the Custodes in plastic. Amazing. Really, really like those. That was really cool. Another defiler? No, it's not going to be another defiler. They had the crab claws. Yeah. The Rex, you're probably going to get a new AOS army, right? Everything is on in Warhammer on the Warhammer thing. Yeah. Let me just turn this stream off. Boom, boom. Get out of there. Here we go. Let's refresh that. I'm gonna go over here and check it out again. Where is it? Oh, is this it? Yeah, this is it. Yeah, so we got the chaos stuff for the new sort of campaign, right? And also the Eldari pirates, obviously. All right, Prince Uriel and all that sort of stuff. A lot of different sort of boxes that are coming out for different factions. Cool. Then we've got where is everything? Why is this? Oh, there we see all the reveals. There you go. Here we go. So the Corsairs. Then we got the Maelstrom stuff. I don't know. And then the Age of Sigmar stuff with the Bone Reapers. Then we've got some Jinch and the Elves from Age of Sigmar, Blood Bowl stuff, which was okay. The new Warhammer Plus series, which is again was but this was the big one. I think this was the big one. The Custodes was the big one. Yeah, this was the big one. And that's it, really. And then the teaser for possibly Peter Turbo at the end. So there was a Primarch announced, by the way. It just wasn't the one that we thought he was. Maybe it's a new Primarch. Who knows? So thank you for watching this little preview with me.